Hello everyone, my name is Bernard Niesner. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Busuu. That's me, 17 years ago, in the middle between Peru and Brazil, crossing the Amazon. Well, I was studying in Argentina, and then I did the typical backpacking tour across Latin America, and at the time of my life, because I could speak Spanish. The problem is, a lot of people who learn a language think it's boring, difficult, time-consuming, and expensive. A lot of people start, but a lot of people drop out. Then again, it's a huge market. $60 billion are spent every year for people to learn a language. And only 4% of that spend is on digital methods. So it's a little bit like the travel industry in the 80s. Remember that? Going to the travel agent, sitting down, going through the leaflets, looking at the hotels, booking a flight. It just took forever. And now everything is done on a mobile phone. You have your credit card stored, you have your last searches, your miles, and so on. So the entire transaction time and transaction cost has been radically improved. The same is going to happen in the language learning industry. There will be 6 billion smartphones by 2020 and 2 billion language learners by that time. Busuu is a social network for language learning. We have our own courses in 12 different languages with 15 interface languages. So we have 165 language combinations from absolute beginner to advanced intermediate. We develop all the content completely in-house. And then you can practice your skills with the native speaker of our community. So if you want to learn Spanish, you send off a little text or a voice recording, and after a minute or two, you get a correction from another user, a Spanish user, who is learning other languages on Busuu. So every user is not only a student of a foreign language, but also a tutor of his or her own mother tongue. We teach vocab, grammar, and provide you the ability to practice with native speakers, like if you were in a country and being fully immersed in that country, and that leads to faster fluency. Let's have a look at the product.
¿Hay un parque cerca de aquí? Busco el museo.
So as you can see, it's a highly motivational, fun way to learn a language. We're probably one of the most complete apps out there. We have these 12 languages in one app. You get grammar units, you get an official McGraw-Hill certification, which is one of our investor and partner. We have voice recognition, intelligent vocab trainer, so we know exactly when you've seen which vocabulary. We send you push notifications of the words which you're most likely to forget. You get a fluency score per language. And then there's the social element where you can practice. And meet Evelyn, a lady from Vienna, 67 years old, not my mother, but she's one of our power users. She has corrected more than 120,000 texts of other students, completely for free, just for fun. She gets up every morning very early because otherwise the Germans get up and correct her students. And she's obsessed with helping others. And she just does it because she enjoys this. And actually, it's very powerful, the ability to help others while you're learning something else. We have seen that people who engage in the community are 2 times more likely to finish the courses. We have been named Best Education Startup in Europe. We were Best Google Play App, Best iOS App, and we have a few strategic partnerships with large tech players. We have a classical freemium business model, basic version for free, then a paid version for roughly $9 a month, where you get access to additional features. Obviously, we're not the only one operating in this field. There's still the brick and mortar, there's the books, there's the desktop players, but we mainly focus on the mobile market, which is roughly 80% of our monthly active users. We have shown in an official efficacy study that we are one of the most effective app out there to learn a language. And in fact, 22 hours of Busuu equals the same as an entire college semester in the US. So the app really works. We have now over 80 million customers all over the world from 190 countries, and we grow at 30 to 40,000 new users every day. So in 2 days, we're filling up an entire Olympic stadium with our user growth. They're coming mainly from markets such as China, Brazil, Russia, but also the US, which is recently growing very strongly for us. In China itself, we have over 4.5 million downloads. And we now also do corporate learning. So we focus on companies with a lot of millennial workforce, with frontline customer supports and blue-collar workers, who offer that to their employees. And you get highly scalable language learning solution that also works. After a few months in the B2B area, we have signed up all these clients and continue to grow. So in case you're interested in offering language learning for your employees, please let me know. We have an experienced team, and we're actually proud about the fact that we've only raised 15 million euros in total. So we have been quite capital effective. A team of around 60 people full-time. And recently, we have done tremendous progress in our premium conversion rate. We have multiplied our Android conversion by 7. We have more than doubled our iOS conversion, and our gross bookings are growing by roughly 70% year over year. We've also done integrations, and I think we're the only player who is integrated with all these companies. We were a launch partner with Google for Google Home Assistant, so in case you have one at home, you can learn Spanish with Busuu via your Google Home. We've done an integration with Microsoft on the Teams side, where we have an intelligent chatbot where you can learn several languages on Teams and also on Skype. We have co-created together with Facebook a virtual reality app to learn Spanish, a Mexican hacienda where you get fully immersed in Mexican culture, and we recently launched Amazon Alexa skill. Obviously, in the future, we also believe learning should be personalized, so we already track each data point of our users, and going forward, we will provide much more personalized learning experience depending on whether you learn Spanish for going shopping or you want to study law. And if you wonder yourself, what is Busuu? It's a language from Cameroon spoken by only 8 people. Thank you very much.